get MP.
If you still want to be part of the Kings game experience for this upcoming season, then visit us online or at Ticket Booth for available tickets. Single game tickets are fun. Multi-game packs are a blast. Give yourself a little joy, a little fun. You deserve it. Go to your nearest ticket booth or visit the team's website to secure your Kings game. Let's hear it for the NBA Rookie of the Year, MP.
New stars emerge to inject a youthful exuberance. The Sacramento Kings enter a new domain where the regular season fades away and the immediate challenge comes into focus as they try to take the upper hand against the Denver Nuggets. Round 1, Game 1, the NBA playoffs, coming up next.
The playoff battle in the West starts off with a bang right here. Game 1. In this game, we'll see the Sacramento Kings against the Denver Nuggets. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, it's Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Allie LaForce will be bringing us updates from the sidelines. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Inside form, it's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3 spot. And for Sacramento, Murray and Sabonis make up the inside pair. Outside in the perimeter, Levine and DeRozan. And it's Haliburton in at the point. Look at the Kings. Well, they have a difficult test here in the first round. With the talent level of these two teams, this feels more like a second-round matchup.
Yeah, I think most of us are expecting it to be a highly competitive series. Home court advantage could be the difference maker in this one.
A lot of pressure on MP in these playoffs to perform, especially after a pundit stated MP wouldn't live up to the expectations in this first round.
Well, you know, I do think that reporter, Roseanne Conway, was a bit out of line with that statement, but it's her job to give an opinion. With that said, I think MP has the right mentality to use that as motivation and have a great series.
Let's send it over to Allie for a report on MP.
As you know, NP and crew here have been unreal at home this year, a great win percentage. So why? Well, NP told me it's the crowd. They give us so much energy, they're so loyal, and we love playing for these fans. Home court is going to be key come playoffs, guys.
No doubt that home advantage is huge for MP and company. Now here's Murray. Watson for 3. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And a wide open look for MP. Connects from three-point range.
There was fire in MP's eyes when he let that shot go. And you knew when it left his hands, it was good.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Watson. Jokic with his screen on DeRozan. Watson's shot is off.
He was wide open. That missed clearly on him.
Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
I respect the way DeRozan can still elevate and throw it down.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Now Brown. Here's Watson for 3. The rebound by Haliburton.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
Outside DeRozan. Back to Haliburton. Out to DeRozan. Shot clock at 5. Murray sets a screen for Haliburton. Pass to Murray. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Denver's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And Murray. Here we go. And another miss by Denver. And so Levine will bring it up now to Sacramento. MP outside. Murray a screen on Jokic. It It's hauled in by the Nuggets. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. In the corner, it's Gordon. Back to Watson. Clock at 6. Pass to Jokic. Denver needs to get off a shot. Gordon with no one around. A three-pointer off the mark. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
He's had a hard time finding his shot this quarter.
To the inside.
Brown can finish above the rim with no problem. Yes, indeed, he can bounce.
MP with it. Sabonis' screen on Murray. Haliburton kicks to Sabonis. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
To the right side. Buries it down low.
Using his size on the interior, Jokic extremely difficult to stop down there.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Sacramento making some changes. Deciding to change it up. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Russell Westbrook out there with Haliburton. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then there's DeAndre Hunter. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now here's Hardaway. Following the miss by MP, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And the 7-footer Valanciunas with the foul. A big who isn't just skilled, but also brings that toughness.
Murray against Haliburton. MP beats him for 2.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Murray's got 5 now.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start. Finding a rhythm right now.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Valanciunas finds Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
How about the guard getting up? Jamal Murray flying to the rack.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Trailblazers came through when they needed him to. He ended up with 12 points and moved the ball well, feeding the hot hands. It's the latest entry in what's been a string of fantastic games from him. We'll see just how long he can go, guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
Yeah, I agree. They really need him. I mean, they need his energy, and they need his talent on the floor. A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Pass to Johnson. Now Murray. Bucket is good. Murray's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Pass to Johnson. On the wing, Hardaway. Now here's Valanciunas. Here's Strother. No good on the 3. And so it's Haliburton who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. MP powers through the contact inside.
looking more confident offensively. I think he's starting to find a groove.
So David Adelman decided to call a timeout here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Changing it up here.
Substituting on the court.
And so here's Denver. Brown finds Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. 6 to shoot. Murray the pass to Jokic. And here's Watson. The Nuggets with another miss.
He's letting it fly, but the results just have not been there.
Close in. No stopping MP.
The assist, Russell Westbrook.
Nuggets have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Jokic kicks to Murray. Back to Jokic. Pass to Brown. Fires the three. There's Jokic with range.
What's really cool about Jokic is that he's just as effective working off the ball. He's ready to shoot when he catches it.
The Kings trail by 3. On the wing, MP. He's covered by Murray. And here's MP for 3. Drills it from outside. MP's got 14 points.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been fighting.
Wide open look here for Murray. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. MP passes to Sabonis. MP looking around. Right side, Westbrook. And again, Sacramento with the 3.
Russell Westbrook never lacks for confidence. When he starts knocking down threes, he becomes impossible to guard.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Keegan Murray's checked in for Sacramento. Bean comes in for Russell Westbrook. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Nuggets. MP dishes to Levine. Back to MP. At the elbow, it's Levine. Murray, a screen on Hardaway. Floats it up for Murray. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And this is why you lob passes Murray's way, because he is so good at catching and finishing.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Haliburton outside. Left side, Sabonis. DeRozan for 3. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Haliburton's got 4 assists now tonight.
Defensive foul. Peyton Watson. First personal foul.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At the line for 1, DeMar DeRozan.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
It's pretty clear that DeMar DeRozan is an outstanding athlete. He can outrun you, he might outwork you, and he's able to be everywhere on the floor, and he does it with kind of unique grace and finesse.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Sacramento Kings. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Welcome, everybody, to our Game 1 coverage. It's a tight one indeed for the Sacramento Kings.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis, Chet. Well done.
Yeah, instead of rambling on like usual.
Taking a look at the situation for the Sacramento Kings. Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learned a lot about yourselves and your...
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Second half is underway, and here's who David Edelman's got on the floor. In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the 3, the small forward. In the corner, it's Levine. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 5th assist in this one. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Trailing by 4. Pass to Jokic. And the rejection by MP. MP going in strong.
Get used to seeing that over the next 10-plus seasons. MP taking flight.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Watson. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Down low, Murray. Nifty move. And he sinks the layup. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Sacramento leading by 4. Pass to Sabonis. Back to Haliburton. And they pick up 2. Haliburton's got 18 points in the game.
They are winning this game largely because of his effort.
Murray surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Murray. And he banks in the layup. Murray's got the lead up to 8 now for the Kings.
And he never stops working. Murray keeps the feet moving and just never out of control. Great play there inside.
Gordon with it. Well guarded by Murray. Kicks it out to Gordon. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Gordon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. DeRozan passes to Levine. MP keeping his balance right there.
Boy, that's 5 buckets in a row now. Watch out. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break. Brown
against Levine. Pass to Watson. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Drains it from beyond the arc. Murray's got 7 points here in this quarter.
After 1-3 in the first half, there's his second right there.
Here's Jokic. Nobody's stopping Jokic on the fast break.
Guys, I like the hustle from Jokic. I mean, this guy knows exactly how to get to his spots in transition.
Haliburton passes to Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
DeRozan surveying the D. Back to Haliburton. Lets it go from deep. INP nails the triple.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there'll be more in store.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Murray outside. Tries from 16. Out that one, and the Sacramento lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Jokic.
Jokic showing his mid-range talent this time. Dynamic with the ball all over the floor.
Wide open look here for Murray. That falls. Nice feed that time from Haliburton. Murray's got 7.
A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
Murray with it. Now defended by MP. Brown the pass to Murray. Rejected by Murray.
And that length and timing make Keegan a terrific shot blocker.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Watson. And Denver again with the bucket.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. So both teams making some change. He's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Denver also making a switch. Jones is checked in. 29 seconds left in the third. Hunter kicks to Westbrook. Pass to Levine. Away against MP. The kick out to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Kings lead by 7. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. We've got MP, DeAndre Hunter out there with Sabonis. Then there's Russell Westbrook. It's Clifford at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Murray outside. That's in coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists now tonight.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Murray outside. Going inside. Banked in off the glass. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
I think when you're guarding Murray, you're always worried about his jump shot, but he's also deadly off the bounce, so pick your poison.
Hunter, no good.
Dismissed the defender right there, but couldn't take advantage.
Murray kicks to Valanciunas. Johnson in the corner. Here's the three, and the Nuggets hit again from deep.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Here's Haliburton, and no good, trying to use the glass. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. It's a three-point game. Again, the Nuggets score.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Hunter off a pick from Haliburton. Again, the miss by the Kings. The Nuggets now on offense. They're on a 10-2 run here. Pass to Murray to take the lead. And the layup is good. And that's now 29 points for Jamal Murray.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Yes, they have. He's made all 4 of his shots this quarter. Definitely looking to be a dangerous guy.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. He buries it from three-point range. And the Kings lead by 2. Both teams will make substitutions. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I was able to listen in on what Denver's coach was going over with his team. He was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report.
Good read from Murray right there, getting it out to the shooter.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. MP against Murray. Murray dishes to MP. In the corner, it's Levine. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Haliburton kicks to DeRozan. Levine finds Haliburton. There's a screen. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
Nuggets have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth. Going 6 for 7. Murray, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
A steal. On the wing, Hardaway. Guarded by Levine. Murray. And that one is good. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, well, they just jump at it.
The Kings making a switch here. Sabonis is checked in.
Substituting on the court.
Outside, Levine. MP outside. Here's DeRozan. Levine outside. Now Murray. Sabonis a screen on Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jokic pulls it down. The Nuggets leading. Murray outside. Outside Jokic. 8 feet out. Another chance here. Jokic doing the job inside.
When it's an important possession, Jokic steps up big.
Kings have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Now, here's Haliburton. DeRozan. MP outside. Oh, that's a monster jam by MP.
big moment. MP showing some savvy. What a bright future this young man has.
At the line for your Kings, MP, 1 shot.
That's good from Haliburton.
A great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want you guys attacking like he did there.
Outside Murray. A three-pointer. Good.
He's got that clutch gene. It's in his DNA for sure.
The Kings trail by 3. Now Haliburton. Outside DeRozan. Now MP. For 3. Gordon with the rebound. Denver's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Murray. And he banks the layup in.
Cool as they come. Jamal Murray has the heart of a champion.
And Haliburton's got the ball here for the Sacramento Kings. From deep. Knocks down the 3.
My goodness, have mercy. Breaking ankles like there's no tomorrow.
Murray down low. He's covered by Haliburton. Brown, the response triple. Answers back.
A huge delivery by Brown. He continues to expand his role in the clutch.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Murray, second personal foul. First team foul.
And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie barred the bill.
It's the first that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Now MP. Outside DeRozan. Haliburton fires. He drills the 3.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field. And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Timeout called by the Kings. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Turning here to our analysts. What factors, guys, come to your mind?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately. Well, that's the goal of pick and roll. Get that separation you need.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
The 3 goes down.
This is what scratches the itch for DeRozan. Moments like this, he lives for. Takes great pride in being the guy to knock down the critical shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Here's Haliburton. Levine. Another chance. Does not go in. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum is so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
Now let's go to Jennifer Quintana.
Your team came up short on this one, but not you, MP. Are you more frustrated you didn't win on a night you were feeling it, or encouraged that your individual performance bodes well for the future?
Listen, it's cool that my shots were falling, but that's not what encourages me. What encourages me is knowing that every guy on this team is just as sick as I am after a loss like this. If this loss doesn't bother you, you don't have what it takes to win in this league.
In it to win it, right, MP?
Yeah.
Back to you, Kevin.
As always, we appreciate it, Jen. Thanks. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.
Cheer on your team in an upcoming Kings game. Our Ticket Booth and team websites have available tickets, special events.
Round one continues with a refreshing surge. The Sacramento Kings, fighting for their first win of the series, will try to even the score at 1-1 as they go up against the Nuggets. Round one of the NBA playoffs continues.
Both teams taking the temperature of this series in Game 1. Now they know what to expect. Let's get going on Game 2 of the Western Conference quarterfinals. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill. Let's take a look at our starters for Denver. In the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic, the inside combo. And it's Watson in at the 3. And for the Kings, the vet pair on the wings with Levine at the 2, DeRozan at the 3. The duo inside, Murray and Sabonis. And it's MP in at the 1. Taking a look at Sacramento, when a higher seed loses an opening game of a playoff matchup, how do you move past that?
Well, B.A., interestingly, you don't want to forget what happened. You actually want to learn from what went wrong and correct course in Game 2. Stare your mistakes in the eye, and you'll have success.
Here's Watson. Rebound by Sacramento. Haliburton outside. Over Murray. Sacramento passing it around. Murray finds Haliburton. Throws it up high. 5 to shoot. Watson passes to Murray. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Well, every defense gives extra attention to Murray, but they still have trouble keeping him under control.
On the wing, MP, defended by Murray. Murray against Levine. Shoots from 12. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Murray, no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
MP to pass to Levine. From deep, MP. Brown grabs the board. For Denver, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Watson. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, it's little things like that. Getting the offensive board and converting, that's what has elevated Aaron Gordon's game.
Pass to MP. On the wing, DeRozan. Up top, Levine. Here's Murray. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. For Denver, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. And a foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
I have to
to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Brown finds Murray. Murray against Gordon. To the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. Launches it. Murray, no good.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
And another miss by Sacramento. Denver has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Jokic passes to Murray. There's the 3. Rebound by Sacramento.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Back to MP. Pass to DeRozan. On the wing, Murray. Sabonis with a screen on Murray. Here's Haliburton. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time down.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Doug Christie gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him about Nikola Jokic and what makes him such a difficult matchup for defenses, and he said his versatility. He's a capable scorer and a fantastic passer. We have to be wary of his scoring and distribution with him, and that's not easy. Let's see how things unfold in this one. Back to you guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in to win the cold spell. Oh, another miss by MP.
This is not his quarter. He needs to give up some touches and recalibrate.
Murray passes to Gordon. Inside. And the dunk by Jokic.
Yeah, he's not exactly a highlight reel dunker, but you love to see Jokic throw it down.
And timeout called by Doug Christie. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And Sacramento making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. And a switch here also for Denver. Hardaway's checked in. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jokic. Strawther comes in for Gordon. And it's Johnson in for Brown. The Nuggets have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. On the court for Denver, we've got Jonas Valanciunas. Murray out there with Tim Hardaway. Then it's Cameron Johnson. And it's Strawther in at the 4.
He's shooting it really well in that spot. Hardaway Jr. lives from the corner.
And MP throws it down. An incredible season for MP last year as a rookie. Took home the Rookie of the Year honors. But you get the feeling this is just the beginning for him.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more pressure and responsibility placed on MP's shoulders this year. But from the way he's burst onto the scene last year as a rookie, there's no doubt in my mind that he can build on that this season.
Levine getting quick with it that time, changing it up.
Here's Murray. Murray doing tough work inside.
An aggressive move. Takes it strong, and there's no help defensively.
Here's Haliburton. Can't connect. Making him 1 for 6 from the field. Pass to Strawther. Three-pointer. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one. Kings trail by 5. Haliburton with the ball. Outside Hunter. From downtown. Rebounded by Denver. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now.
Another miss. At some point, they need to tap someone else for a boost offensively.
Murray from outside. The shot that time not on target.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Sacramento. Jokic is checked in for the Nuggets. Jones comes in for Strawther. Murray from outside. Hunter with the rebound.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys. You know, it's no secret that MP is a confident guy. But what I really like is that most of the time he lets his play do the talking for him.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Nuggets.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break has been a big part of their success.
Hardaway from outside. Hauled in by the Kings.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
A clear look for Westbrook. And another miss by Sacramento. Denver leading by 3. Pass to Brown. His first shot coming late. And again, it's Denver missing. Sacramento has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second.
Well, this is Westbrook at his best. So explosive and clever operating in the open floor.
Murray from outside. Rebounded by Haliburton. And here's Haliburton. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Outside Levine. Back to MP. To the left side wing. Pass to Levine. Shot clock at 5. Rejected by Jokic.
No slouch on defense. Jokic sending it back in the paint.
DeRozan is checked in for Zach LaVine. And then for Denver, Aaron Gordon's checked in for Johnson. And it's Watson in for Hardaway. Here's Murray. Oh, Murray blowing the top off.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
MP outside. From deep. Sabonis, the pass to Haliburton. Out left to the wing. Westbrook left side. Up and over Gordon. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, when Gordon's team makes it this easy for him, of course he's going to throw it down hard.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Nuggets delivered quite a performance. He came away with 34 points, and he was dealing assists all around. And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do it again. Guys?
Oh, great stuff, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Keegan Murray's checked in for the Kings. Levine comes in for Russell Westbrook. Hardaway's checked in for the Nuggets. Picked it out of midair. Here we go, all alone.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Looking to win the run. Only his second make in 9 attempts.
And when lots of guys are overlooking the mid-range, it's nice to see MP featuring in his game.
Hardaway from outside. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. MP high post. He has 6. Oh, he nails it. Only 3 for 10, but that's got to feel good.
It's still early in his career, but MP has a silky jumper.
Jokic gets the bucket.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Kings trail by 8. Haliburton looking over the floor. Oh, a silky 3 from MP.
And the 3 ball is just another way that MP can hurt you.
Tries the spin move. Hardaway with it. MP's there. Hardaway's shot is good. Hardaway's got 12 points.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Pass to Murray. Back to Haliburton. Murray, a screen on Hardaway. From outside the arc. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 7. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the Denver Nuggets.
They have been so careful with the rock. Smart passes, tight handle on the ball. Really speaks to the focus and discipline.
And that defense, try as they might, cannot disrupt their flow. Taking a look at the situation for the Sacramento Kings. They're trying to even the series at 1 apiece. Kenny, how critical is this win for them?
You might say it's still early, but you don't want to drop 2 in a row on your home court now.
I agree. They've already lost home court advantage. Don't want to dig that hole any deeper.
And that would be deep, just like your analysis is from time to time, guys. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. Tim Hardaway really making a difference here.
Yeah, we had a feeling he'd step up in this one. So far, playing at the top of his game when they really need him.
Yeah, kind of what you expect from a guy of his caliber. Don't be surprised if his second half is just as good.
And so it's Haliburton with it. He brings it up for Sacramento. 7-point differential. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward position. Zach LaVine out there with Haliburton. And it's Sabonis in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. MP against Murray. Back to Haliburton. Sacramento passing it around. Lets the 3 fly. And there's Murray. That one's good. And the assist by Haliburton. MP's got his 3rd assist of the night. Murray finds some space. Again, Denver scores.
Well, you know, you can see how much Murray means to this team when he's healthy and at the top of his game.
Pass to Murray. Back to MP. For 3. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got rebound number 7 tonight. It's stolen by Haliburton. Sabonis outside. Kicks it out to MP. DeRozan passes to LaVine. Now DeRozan. Back to Haliburton. On the wing, DeRozan. Off the mark there with a 3. The Nuggets lead by 8. Down low. Here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Here's LaVine for 3. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got 4 assists now tonight.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
To the paint. The muscle inside from LaVine. Wow.
That's such a tough finish. LaVine with outstanding focus to score through contact.
Here's Murray. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by DeRozan.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Murray from outside. And so the ball out of bounds. DeRozan touched it last. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Stolen by MP. Oh, sweet move. MP getting it done inside.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
Basket counts. Now just a 1-point Nugget lead.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Yep, that one goes.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin the second half. 4 for 5 so far.
DeRozan finds MP. Now Sabonis, covered by Jokic. Pass to DeRozan. And here's MP. Clock at 6. Shoots from the elbow. Here's Murray. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet. That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
And timeout called by Doug Christie. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So the King. Denver leading by 5. On the court for Denver, they've got Tim Hardaway. Also Murray out there. Johnson is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Strother in at the power forward position. Sacramento shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. Here's MP. Left side Hummer. Shot from 12. And that one's good.
They finally found their shooting touch after a rough first half.
Haliburton against Murray. From behind the arc. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Scorer. That's DeAndre Hunter. The guy always finds a way to find the bottom of the net.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Denver.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And also, I just love how they've been moving the ball side to side on the perimeter. Great passing, unlocking their offensive potential.
And it's Westbrook off the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, that's where Westbrook's at his best. He wants to get downhill.
Haliburton, the pass to Hunter, and finished off by Hunter.
After being behind for so long, they must be relieved to finally get this thing tied up.
Yeah, guys, they've shown a ton of character in making this comeback. Now they've got to finish the job.
Over to the left wing, out of bounds. King's ball as Sacramento keeps possession.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. MP on the drive.
MP on a mission there to get to the bucket.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Murray's checked in for the Kings. And Denver with a change here too. Jones is checked in. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Denver's coach was going over with his team. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. On offense, here are the Kings. It's been 10 straight unanswered. Haliburton. Oh, Jokic with a block.
Great timing by Jokic. Allows him to block that shot.
And it's Hardaway on the take. And scoring. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
Outside Murray. Back to MP. Westbrook. Pass to MP. Westbrook outside. 5 on the clock. Haliburton outside. The three is up. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Haliburton's got 9 points now in the second half.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Murray slicing in. Here's Hardaway. And again, it's Denver converting.
You don't have to ask Hardaway twice. If the shot's available, he'll take it.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Hunter from the arc. On target from range. Hunter's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Hardaway on the wing, pounded by Westbrook. Murray for three. The rebound by Murray.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
To the middle. Tries from 6 feet. And it's Murray with the big finish.
I thought they played better defense in the first half. Since the break, they've been missing something.
Let's loose for three. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of it.
And Doug Christie has called a timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And Sacramento with some changes. DeRozan comes in for Hunter, and it's Levine in for Westbrook. And then for Denver, Gordon, he's checked in for Jones. Watson comes in for Johnson, and it's Christian Brown in for Hardaway. Now Gordon, beyond the arc. Money from three.
Really a grizzled veteran at this point. Gordon's a guy who's been in these spots.
Haliburton up top, takes it inside.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Second team foul. At the line for your Kings. Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for MP.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Murray. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his work.
The putback. And he grabs the board and finishes it off.
Look at Murray stepping up big time. I mean, we know he wants to be a trusted scorer when they need a bucket, and he shows it.
Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Murray. Takes a three. Here's Jokic. He launches. Murray pulls it down.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation. Well, when you need a bucket, run the offense through Jokic. Well, that's the guy you want with the ball. MP was ready, and he delivered.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. From 11 feet away. Haliburton fires. Puts up a tray. Oh, it's off target.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Coming up big for his squad. Gordon doesn't back down from the big moment.
Now here's Haliburton. Shoots it up. From downtown. Fires the three. Oh, it doesn't go. They can't afford to waste this shot.
Moments like this are what it's all about.
Gordon. And there's a 3-second violation.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
MP connects!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And the Nuggets call time here. They're behind by 4. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
An uphill battle for them. Everything has to go perfectly.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Here's Murray. Can't hit it.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Ooh, stolen by Murray.
You can tell the moment the pass left his hands, he knew he messed up.
So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one. It might have been just game 2 of the series, but this one felt like a must-win.
I just love the fire they played with tonight. It's the playoffs, and they really brought the energy.
All right, let's send it over to the sidelines to Jennifer Quintana.
What did you eat for breakfast this morning, MP? Double-digit steals? Absolutely amazing.
Oh, Jennifer, it was a big bowl of amaranth, some blueberries, and a banana. You know, every day, gotta start the day right and fuel up.
Healthy.
Yeah, but not seriously, tonight was all about our defense and being locked in as a unit. All 5 guys I'm talking about. When you know what everyone around you is going to do next, you have the freedom to take the kind of risk other teams just can't. That was us tonight.
Well done, MP. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
BA, over to you.
As always, thank you, Jennifer. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
Round 1 continues with a refreshing surge. The Kings have showed up hungry and determined to fight for what they believe is rightfully theirs. Will they be able to break the stalemate and come out on top against the Denver Nuggets? Round
round. It's game 3 of the Western Conference. We'll look at the Nuggets. Well, they got to be happy with how this series started. Splitting the first 2 games. Now, here they are at home.
Yeah, as the lower seed, you just want one of those first 2. Now, they've stolen home court advantage and are in a pretty good position in this series.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Murray and Sabonis make up the inside pair. Zach LaVine is out there with MP. And it's Hunter in at the 3.
And the basketball IQ of Jokic is off the charts. Terrific kick-out pass to the shooter there.
And the basket by MP. Here's Murray. Jacks up a 3. Sabonis grabs the board. Haliburton outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. They look to start a new streak after losing on Monday.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
And that is why coaches preach about the details. The margins in this league are razor thin. Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
And again, Denver no good.
Slow start, 1 of 4 to begin this game.
And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
Haliburton for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. MP's got his second basket of the night.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Gordon with the screen for Hardaway. Off target from outside.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
LaVine for 3. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
He's known for his jump shot, but Hardaway isn't afraid to mix it up inside.
To the paint. And Sabonis with a bucket on the assist by MP.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Murray, the pass to Haliburton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, when you send him to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
Jokic with the screen on Haliburton. Back to Murray. Launches it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And operating off the ball. Credit Murray for staying engaged, ready to fire.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Wide open look here for Murray. And again, Denver with the triple.
The rhythm, the timing. When Murray is in sync, that pull-up jumper is a thing of beauty.
Now, MP. He has 7. It's good. Now here's Murray. And that one is off. Murray with the defensive effort.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Murray, a screen on Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
How about the vision from MP? In the pick and roll, that's very encouraging to see.
The Nuggets trail. And here is Murray. He has 6. Jokic kicks to Watson. Denver passing it around. That one falls.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And it's Haliburton penetrating. Good work there as it goes. And 11 points for MP.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And a whole new lineup here for the Nuggets. He's making a change here. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Out on the perimeter, it's going to be Brown and Johnson. Jokic is out there with Jones, and it's Murray in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Jokic, no good. Sacramento leading by 5. MP flushes it home.
Looks like MP's been practicing those in his backyard growing up.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Murray for 3. Good on the triple. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Continuing to add to his tally with that triple. Now his 3rd of the game.
Haliburton passes to Sabonis. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Haliburton's got 3 assists in the game. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Brown. Back to Johnson. Takes a 3. Brown wide open. And Denver again with the bucket.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And here's MP for 3. And Jones pulls it down. The Nuggets trail by 4. Murray with it. He's got 11. To the middle. That's slammed in by Jones.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
A putback. Haliburton. It's good on the putback.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Johnson with it. Now defended by Levine. That one goes in. Jokic has got 6.
Smooth like butter. Jokic can make you pay from anywhere.
Sacramento's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. In the corner, it's Sabonis. Back to Haliburton. Inside.
I love watching DeMar DeRozan attract contact on the way up. He's just fearless getting through that contact.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Kings.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And they've also been effective from beyond the arc tonight. And if that continues, guys, it can really open up the rest of their offense.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Jones. Baden Watson comes in for Johnson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Murray. Murray's checked in for Sacramento. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Levine.
A premium talent in this league. DeRozan about as valuable as they come.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Hardaway with a wide open look. And he hits it to tie the game up. Hardaway's got his second bucket.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
In the corner, Murray with it. MP outside. 5 on the clock. The Kings need to get off a shot here. And there's Murray on the assist from DeRozan. 5 points in the game.
Oh, I could almost hear Murray say, "Oh, you hit a 3? Let me match that real quick."
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Nuggets delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 26 points and had an impact defensively, collecting a number of steals. It was his effort and energy that made the difference in Game 2. The series is starting to heat up, guys.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And you got to love a vet like Tim Hardaway Jr. He knows the game well, knows how to go out there and produce for his team.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Haliburton. He's got 15. Pass to Hunter. It's stolen by Watson. Outside Hardaway. Now, here's Jokic. Watson for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Haliburton. Jokic with the steal.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
And it's off from three-point range. Now Hunter plays it up and banks it in. And it's 7 points for Keegan Murray.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
It's all tied in Denver. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Welcome all. Game 3, and it's a real halftime cliffhanger for the Denver Nuggets.
I'm surprised it's this close, not gonna lie. They played some weak D, giving up too many easy open looks.
Mincing, no words, as usual. We'll see if Coach can get into their heads. An interesting postseason for the Nuggets. So far in this series, they've shown they can get the better of this team, but all tied up at the half. Are they getting, a little too overconfident? And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. On the floor for Sacramento, Murray and Sabonis make up the inside pair. MP out there with Levine, and it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds in the defensive end.
Shoots the 3, and Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Stolen by Levine. And stolen by Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And there's no doubt Murray can fill it up. Good luck bringing him down to earth when he's on this kind of a roll.
Sacramento's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Odd pass to Gordon and stolen by Hunter. Here's Levine and the jam by Levine.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Outside Hardaway, from the arc, It's hauled in by the Kings. Hunter kicks to Sabonis. Pass to MP. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. Just 5 on the clock. From outside, off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Now Hardaway. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Hardaway's got the lead up to 3 now for Denver.
Yeah, D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Murray kicks to Hunter. MP deciding where to go with it. And stolen by Murray. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Offline with his 3. The Kings trail by 3. Haliburton outside. It's hauled in by Gordon.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. That'll pick it up.
Hardaway passes to Jokic. Murray kicks to Watson. Lets him go with the 3. And there's Murray on the assist by Watson. Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
And the backbone of Murray's game is that ability to scorch you from distance.
And the shot goes down.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Murray. Off on the layup.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
Murray a screen on Hardaway. MB finds Murray. A 3-pointer, no good.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Hardaway, no good.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
To the inside. Sabonis. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Open shot by Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
That ties it up.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Outside Hardaway. Watson the screen. And Tim Hardaway Jr. with the 3. Hardaway's got 6 points in the quarter.
That gives him his 2nd 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And the Nuggets making a change here. Brown's checked in, and a change for Sacramento. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Murray. DeRozan finds Levine. MP outside. Hunter for 3. Again, the miss by the Kings. Denver leading by 3. Down low. Murray, good. Murray's got 18 points.
And inside Murray's attacking mentality pays off. He just works hard to find his own shot.
Here's Hunter. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense nowhere to be found.
Murray for 3. Rebound collected by Levine. The Kings trail by 3. MP passes to Hunter. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 6.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
Murray for 3. Drains the 3-pointer. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
MP high post. Murray on him. Yep, it counts. MP's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This gives you an idea of MP's potential. It shows the type of scorer he can become.
And the calls the timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Denver's head coach was saying to the team. And coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Cam Johnson. And it's Holmes in at the 4 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Here's Brown. It's 3 pointers off the mark.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. This young kid's got some ups. MP throwing it down.
The Nuggets trail by 8. On the wing, Murray. Covered by MP. Yep, that one goes.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher. And coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Here's MP. Holmes against DeRozan. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
They grabbed their own miss. Here's Murray. Trying again. Oh, good. On the layup. Haliburton against Murray. He gets it to go.
And that shows the skill level of MP. The pull-up is a tough shot to master.
Jokic just takes what he wants inside. Amazing.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And we got a timeout called by Doug Christie. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And some changes here for the Kings. Murray's checked in for DeRozan. And Hunter subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And so it's Haliburton who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. And now the Nuggets fast break. That one drops.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden that man was just on the other end.
Jokic with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Good.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer.
The Nuggets trail by 6. 1:46 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Murray. From 19, that one goes.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there. Doing everything he can to rally his team.
Now MP and stolen by Watson. Now Murray fires the 3. Hunter there for the rebound.
That's kind of a Hail Mary there. That's the mark of desperation.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Huge free throws there to pad the lead. Trying to close that door.
And stolen by NP. Oh, what a play inside.
Attacking with reckless abandon. MP going all out on that drive.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Murray against MP. And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him. They're leading by 8. Here's Murray. And there's the 3.
Coming through in the clutch. Murray, no stranger to being a hero.
Haliburton fires. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And here are the Nuggets now. It drops.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear where they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for it.
That one goes.
Some younger players couldn't handle this type of pressure, but MP is different, showing it is absolutely no problem.
Haliburton with the steal and an intentional foul right there. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line. It's a 7-point game. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Murray. Hardaway with it. Now defended by Levine. Murray clean from outside.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those 3s coming.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Murray missed on the 3. So the Kings win it, and they've edged in front in the series after an outstanding performance here in Game 3.
Kevin, it sure was. When teams split the first 2 games of a series, Game 3 means everything. They're going into Game 4 now, riding that high after this win.
Now, let's go to our sideline reporter, Dominic Hamill.
A great scoring effort from you tonight, MP, as you top 30 points in a win. Watching you play, it looked like...
These are the nights you...
Kevin, over to you.
All right, Dominic, thank you.